Well, one of the highlights, of course, of the India Global Forum are the number of Indian businessmen who've come out here to try and make a pitch, to try and figure out whether they can do business out of the UK. And let's face it, there are important reasons why the UK is an important base. There is a connection. There's a historical connection. There's a language connection. There's a cultural connection. There's a food connection. And by the way, for Indian businessmen, there's another factor. It's far easier to get visas to come and do work or have personal vacations, if you like, in Britain than it is in Europe right now, where getting a Schengen visa is a real nightmare. So let's now get in somebody who knows all about that. He's the Chief Commercial Officer for VFS Global, and therefore the person who's often in the firing line when it comes to all those hassles and all those issues around getting visas. Well, I can tell you one thing for Indians right now, where the UK clearly stands out, especially in relationship with the other countries in Europe, and that is simply the ease of traveling. You can get a 5-year or a 10-year visa to the United Kingdom, so you can come out here and spend some time here. Try and get a Schengen visa, and you'll know what suffering is really all about. And joining us to talk to us about a lot of that, Jiten Vyas, Chief Commercial Officer, VFS Global, which is actually the face of it, right? When all those Indians are going there and saying, "Where's my visa and where's my Schengen visa?" They're normally interacting with VFS. Absolutely. So it's tough, right, for Europe compared to Britain.
Look, thank you, Vikram, for having me here today. Well, visas is a very, very critical, important topic for all the Indians that want to travel out of India into the UK, into the US, and of course the European Union, very clearly. On the back of the pandemic, UK and India opened the respective borders. We've seen a significant travel moving from India into the UK. Tourists, of course, for every Indian, the first aspirational destination is the UK, London. They have to visit London, the London Eye, and so on. We've seen tourism increase. We've seen student traffic increase significantly. This year alone, we should see around 145,000 students, Indian students in the UK universities around the UK. Business travel has also taken a significant jump. On the back of the FTA discussions, and that's been the topic through the India Global Forum, the India Week this week in London, we anticipate the topic of global mobility to only increase and gain momentum. Looking at the comparative between UK and the Schengen, well, the UK has its own sets of visa regulations and policies as part of their visa and immigration policy. The Schengen, which is a massive block of 27, 28 member states, has their own set of regulations. In the last few weeks, we've seen a great deal of improvement in the numbers going from India into the Schengen bloc.
Okay, look, but from a British point of view, is that a competitive advantage? Because let's face it, Schengen may have improved, but it's still a torture. Try getting a visa to any of the countries in Europe, and it's torture. Here, 5-year visa, 10-year visa, you're done for 10 years, and you can do business on the back of that, right? So is that a competitive advantage that Britain has?
Truly, the United Kingdom, Great Britain has, as part of their visa and immigration policy, they have the ability to offer visas for students, for businessmen, ranging from 2, 5, 10 years. They even offer a priority visa and a super priority visa for those individuals that need a visa within 24 to 48 hours.
It costs a lot, by the way. Those 10-year visas and priority, it costs a lot of money, but you can get it if you want.
It does cost a significant amount, which are the fees prescribed by the UK government. What it does is it gets you a visa within a very short period of timeline.
So, we are talking to the British authorities out there about, and Labour is clearly signaling and others are signaling, let's go out, let's build that partnership with India. Making that easier, is that something which you think will continue to play a role? Making it easier for Indians to come out here and do business, and that, as you said, is a part of the discussion here.
Absolutely. The traffic from India to the UK has been increasing. This year we expect close to 700,000 visas being processed. I mentioned about 145,000 students in UK universities. This is only going to improve. The two governments are very clear. There is a history, a cultural history between the UK and India. And now with trade ties booming, we see these numbers only improving. whether it's within the tourism sector, the business, the student, and even a whole lot of British nationals traveling to India as part of their tourist season plans. And we hope that back end of this year, which is the tourist season into India, the number should improve from UK into India as well to support India's tourism foray.